Hey everybody, welcome back to another Dragon Quest of the Stars video. My name is Alex Scott and we're talking about the Dragon Quest III Defeat Zoma event that went live on Tuesday. So there's a lot to do this event and lots of cool gear. The event gear seems a little bit better than the previous event, so that's something to look at. So we'll just go through all the information and make sure you're prepared to take it on yourself. So just taking a look here at the event details, pretty similar to all the events we've had so far, but there's some new gear that you can get for each of your characters, and it looks really cool. And one thing I noticed is that even the shield on this event had crack guard on it, whereas some of the other shields had no bonuses at all, just the regular defend, which is important because if you haven't pulled a 5-star shield or any sort of shield that's worth your time, then these are pretty good if you evolve them. If you put the time in to grind the gear, you can make some pretty good gear. So there's some options here too, and then if not, you otherwise have some very cool glamour stuff that you can put on your characters. So just taking a look at the equipment, there's 3 sets with the full piece for each one, and then if you do certain bosses, the first time you'll get a piece of gear for sure, but in general when you kill the bosses you have a chance of getting gear. You have a chance of it just dropping in multiplayer, especially if you have good luck. So there's lots of ways to get gear and to grind gear, so you should be doing this all in single player and then doing it all again in multiplayer so that you get a bunch of gear for free automatically, and then hopefully if you're lucky you've picked up a bunch anyway along the way, and then you can just start evolving it and making it really good. And this is why in multiplayer you should just be joining, if you have stamina, just join everybody's games, right? If there's a game that's not level 5 of the one of the higher level ones, then that's fine. You can join any of them and you have a chance of getting lots of pieces of gear either way, and just getting those bonus rewards if you don't have them yet. So definitely something to be looking into if you're playing multiplayer. So there's also stamps that you can get, just the I'm very sorry but, and then there's the perish stamp as well, and you can get these in single or multiplayer. There's another perfect clear reward again, which is a zombie mail, and you can get the white version of it in solo play, and then otherwise you get it in you can get another version in the multiplayer. So just kind of different glamour pieces. These cursed items that you get for the perfect clears, admittedly I don't have any, but from what I've heard from other players, they're not very good. They're more a glamour piece that you make. You can just show people, it's an achievement thing. Look, I have all the cursed gear, I've defeated all the legendary bosses, so that's kind of neat in itself. Otherwise, we have our combo slams again, and please, if you're playing multiplayer, you need to be doing the combo. And by the combo, I mean one of each. If you're the 4th person in a group and you're insisting on putting a pink or a red slime mochi when there already is one, don't be that person. Okay, and if you do the event in single player first, you're gonna have a bunch of mochi already, and then you can go into multiplayer. And if you're every single barrel or pot that you break generally has a mochi in it too, you should be able to earn more mochis than you're able to spend typically. So just run the event a little bit in single player first if you want to make sure that you have the right colors, so that you're available to contribute to a combo. But it's important to get that luck combo, especially because people's 30-day luck bonus is going to end soon, and then there'll be no inherent luck bonus, and we'll just need to do luck combos in order to get more drops. And remember, in multiplayer, as soon as if somebody picks up something from a pot, you also get it. So if all 4 players break a pot and get a mochi, all 4 players are getting 4 mochis. So it's a really fast way to get a lot of stuff, a lot of pieces of gear. So if you're looking to take down the final boss Zoma, well, all the banner gear from the Dragon Quest III banner, the previous Dragon Quest III banner, the dark stuff, that's going to be the stuff that helps you take him down. The dark gear has some cool abilities, but really you want to be rolling on the Sword of the Kings and Light Armor banner because it's just got some incredible pieces that you should be trying to get, and then if not, then you're saving your gems. So you don't really need this anti-Zoma equipment. I've actually heard that he's not so bad with the right party, so I would just look in the Facebook groups and Reddit just to get some information if you're looking to beat this boss. Otherwise, we got another treasure map, which is always nice, and treasure maps have multiplayer and single player stuff, so lots to clear, lots to do. And then finally they gave us the evolve chart here, so it starts to get pretty hard to evolve these past 25 because you need 2 for each evolve at 3 and 4. So just to get it to the regular piece of pulled gear, which is the plus 25, and that doesn't mean it's going to be as good as your gotcha gear, but it's going to be the same like upgradable level. Takes a lot of let's see, 7, 10. You'll need to find the item 10 times before you can evolve it, but it can be worth it. Like, some of this stuff's actually pretty neat. I saw someone on Reddit had evolved their gear to the plus 50 and we're saying that it was actually pretty good. I can't remember which piece it was, but definitely something to look into, especially if you're, like, for example, I've yet to pull 5-star shields except for 1, so all my other characters are using these event shields because they're the best I can get right now, so there's definitely a reason to get into this gear. And that's it, right? So the one thing I want to talk about for this event too is that if we just go check it out right now, is that there's all these stages, and so every stage you're going to get 1 for 0 stamina a day, that you can do 1 level from each of these different stages, and I really think that you should be using that every stage. But one thing to note, if you're going to do, for example, I do 1 stage a day at 0 stamina until I've done them all. If you look at the objectives, it says defeat the boss using the attack spell, or using a attack spell, and then you get a spell orb. Every single 3rd level, so here's the 3rd level of this stage, every stage's 3rd level will have the same objective: defeat the boss using attack spell. So if you do them all in a row, you can be set up to do that very easily, and they generally drop the same gear too, so if you're farming gear, it's a good way to do it, is to check the objectives, and then that way you're just kind of going through it all efficiently, and if you don't have a lot of time to play, this is a very good way to do it, just 1 at a time. And this is also important to check if you're going to play in multiplayer, because you don't want to be that guy in the multiplayer version that uses an attack ability and stops everybody else from getting the spell orb, because, I mean, why not get it if someone in your party has a spell they can cast, or even if you see them casting it, then by all means you need to just lay off and let them finish the boss off so that you all get the reward. Please check the objectives. And that's going to be it really for this event. It's pretty straightforward, all the events in this game are, and if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask in the comments below, and then otherwise we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching this video. You can check out my articles at themysidiapost.com and support my Patreon at patreon.com/themysidiapost. Until next time, keep it real, Mysidians.